Hi, welcome to the boardshop.co.uk surfboard review. An exciting new board to look at today. It's the latest Slater Tomo collab. It's the Cymatic. You've probably seen the video clips of Slater surfing recently in Hawaii. It looked amazing. And you recognise a couple of elements of this board probably. The Omni nose from the Slater stable of boards, and that Sci-Fi backtail with the channels. And you'd initially think, looking at it, it's a mixture of the Sci-Fi and the Omni nose, Sci-Fi tail. Apparently, that's not correct. So let's have a look at the features and figure out what's going on. The nose is very Omni-esque. The rocker line is very similar. The width and the amount of volume up front are pretty much the same as the Omni if you compare it size by size. The big difference really is that the board's got almost continuous rocker, and there is a lot more lift in the tail compared to the Sci-Fi. The channels are deeper than on the Sci-Fi, and the tail is more pulled in, so it's a narrower tail. So what it is all about is making a high performance surfboard for good waves, 3 foot to 8 foot kind of thing. For us that means like waisty chest to a good few feet overhead. And as you can see from that Slater video, the board turns super tight. And the idea of that increased accelerated tail rocker coming from a fair way back in the board with a continuous rocker is to lift the tail out of the board a bit. And the tail being a bit narrower, it pushes into turn, starts to turn more easily, but it holds through the turn, allowing more speed and more grip. So that translates to tighter, faster, harder turns without any sliding. Now, one of the issues with the Sci-Fi that some people found was that it felt a bit skatey. The deep channels and the lower rocker in choppy conditions or where it wasn't perfect meant that air got under the tail. And if you're a good surfer, that skatey feeling, brilliant. It means you can throw the board around. For people of a slightly lower standard, it felt a bit hard to control. The theory behind having some increased rocker here is that it takes away some of that skatey feel because the board bites basically when you put it into a turn with that increased rocker, it bites more readily and more easily. That's the theory. In practice, it's a board for good waves, for good surfers. It's not a groveler, it's not a beginner, lower level intermediate board. It's a board that you're going to add to your quiver to sit alongside an Evo or some kind of groveler, that kind of thing, or a hybrid even if you use that in poor waves. But it is a high performance surfboard. Size-wise, the sizing is more based on the Omni, strangely. There's my Omni. I've just surfed that through Sri Lanka and Bali, and it's absolutely amazing. Dealt with everything from knee-high to overhead waves. It was fantastic. I'm about 12.5 stone, about 75 kilos, whatever that is, and I ride a 5.9 in the Omni, which is a bit above 34 litres. Now, the 5.9 in the Cymatic is the same, 34.3 litres, and in the Cymatic, that's what I would ride for that range of better waves. If you're surfing really, really good waves, then really with more punch, more power, more barreling type waves, you can come down a little bit in size. They recommend that you drop 1 to 4 inches below your height, which sounds about right. Slater was riding it 6 inches below his height. That's territory reserved for Slater only, not for us mere mortals. But I think if you stick with the length and the approximate volume of your everyday kind of board, then you can't really go too far wrong. So there it is, the Slater Cymatic, a combination of the Omni front end and the Sci-Fi back end, but with a narrower, more pulled-in tail, deeper channels and more rocker. All designed to give you more performance in good waves. If you know what you're looking for, the Cymatic might well be the best board you ever own. Available online right now. You can buy one on 0% finance, trade in an old board against it, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. All the details are on the website right now. So thanks for watching.